Evening, part 3 in a 5-part series on organized crime and what it's doing these days to make a dishonest dollar. It is, as reported, moving along with many others to the so-called Sun Belt, the South. It is increasingly pushing its way into legitimate businesses, robbing them blind and leaving them bankrupt. And, as Brian Ross reports tonight, loan sharking. If you borrow money from them, they will wind up taking everything you own down to your socks.
This is Meyer Lansky, the financial wizard of the American Mafia. More than anyone else, Lansky has made organized crime in this country a big, well-run business. These days, he is rarely seen outside of Miami Beach. Lansky is the short man on the left in this surveillance film. Under Lansky, the mob has shrewdly invested its money. International drug smuggling operations, offshore banks, legitimate businesses. A wide range of complex criminal financial dealings. But as sophisticated as Lansky has made organized crime, police say he spends most of his time with gamblers, bookies, and loan sharks. Lansky has not forgotten where the mob gets most of its money. It gets it where the action is. It gets it here. It gets it here. It gets it here. The mob likes sports and all that goes with it. Wherever there is betting, there is the mob. Even at racetracks where betting is legal, business is brisk for mob bookmakers who take bets on the track crowns. The bookmakers offer what the racetrack can't. If you win big, no one tells the Internal Revenue Service. If you lose big, plenty of credit from the mob. Mob bookmakers have a particular interest in doing business with professional people. Bankers, accountants, stockbrokers, lawyers. The bookmaker is looking for the man with the big job, who bets big, and if he loses, will be in big debt to the mob.
I've known business people that had millions of dollars of business.
This man worked as an enforcer for a mafia loan shark, known on the street as a Shy. He agreed to talk with NBC News on the condition his face not be shown.
And the next thing you know, they were choking for the money, and the bank couldn't give it to them, so they go to the Shy. The Shy just can't wait to get to them. And the next thing you know, they're in. They own the business. The guy's working for them at a salary. That's it. We did arsons on business places.
Why?
Because they were up there with the Shy. I would have to say, Brian, 99% of the things I did there was always a Shy connected to it.
People who owed money to loan sharks.
Right.
And wouldn't pay or couldn't pay.
Couldn't pay. There's no such thing as won't pay. Can't pay is different. But there's no such thing as it won't pay.
This is an example of how the mob gets people in debt, deep debt. It loans out $1,000. The mob loan shark is happy to have you as a customer. The interest rate is 5% per week, $50 a week. If you can't repay at all, you just pay a carrying charge, also $50 a week, and the loan shark won't bother you. But while you're paying the carrying charge, the interest builds, $50 every week. At these rates, after a year, it's cost more than $5,000 to borrow $1,000. In the mob's hands, thousands quickly become millions. Loan sharking is a key to the mob's wealth. And the key to loan sharking is the mob's reputation.
They know what happens if you don't pay.
What happens?
Break their legs. If it gets to the worst, they just be missing. You don't never beat the Shy.
And Shies, loan sharks, have moved up from the street corner to the big time. Police in New York say this man, Anthony Fat Tony Salerno, has an estimated $60 million in loans circulating on the street. Federal prosecutors say they have had very little success putting the men at the top of mob gambling and loan sharking operations out of business.
Up near the top is where we've got to be effective. That, of course, is a much tougher job because these ones at the top have insulated themselves. But that's where you have to go to get the good sentences from the courts, and also that's where you have to go to cripple them in their operations.
Meyer Lansky and the other men at the top of organized crime have built a fortune for the American Mafia. a fortune based on the tens of millions of dollars every week from gambling and loan sharking operations. It is the mob's money machine. Brian Ross, NBC News.